Okay, I'm excited. Oh, no, the blue.
Hide the tape. I look like Bam Bam from Flintstones.
Oh my gosh, you do with the cheetah and stuff.
Okay.
It's so funny.
This is our first YouTube video together.
And now I'm so excited.
Let's take a little... Cute. Okay. So we are now in Michael's new home. Tell us about your home.
My new bedroom. So I'm moving into my grandparents' house. I call it the separate wing.
Yes.
I get my own bedroom, half bath, and living room.
So nice.
So we're sitting in my bedroom right now. It's not totally done, but it's almost there. I move in next week. So we're making changes this year.
Yes, we're growing up.
We're growing up.
We were children once. Let's talk about our friendship.
Oh my gosh.
How did we meet? What was the thing? When did we meet?
We met like 10 years ago. I remember I met you in the did we call them the courtyards in high school? Were they called the courtyards in the middle of the quads?
Quads.
Oh, it was called quads. It was called quads.
Yeah.
I remember I think seeing you for the first time in the senior quad when I was a freshman in high school.
And I was like,
yes, senior. You really know. I feel like the like you just have this feeling of being a senior, and you're just like, I'm a senior. I don't really care what happens anymore.
You're
in
just
this
like
damn
this.
School. No.
Just like this the whole time.
Oh, you still have to be here for 4 more years? That sucks.
Peasant.
Yeah, I think, and then we met, but we didn't really like. I think like become like friends until, it was like spring break of sophomore year for me, and then we became like really close like that summer, and we were together.
Yes.
Pretty much every other day, if not every day.
All the time.
In summer.
We clicked.
Clicked, yes.
When it clicks, it clicks.
When it clicks, it clicks. And
love that.
I think, yeah, and then, I think we've just been friends ever since. And we've just, like, grown and into our own, I think we've watched each other just grow into the people that we have become now. And I'm, like, fairly happy with who I am right now.
Yes, I'm proud of you. You've grown so much. I watched you go from a little youngin' to a young man.
A young man.
A young man.
So weird. Like, I'm a young man. I'm a man.
Great. You're a man?
I'm a man. Like, I'm still like a boy. I think I'll still be like 35 and I'll still think I'm a kid.
It happens. I feel like a child constantly.
I mean, we honestly are children. I feel like the children age, or like the kid age, has like just gotten older and older.
Yes.
And basically, like, you become an adult when you're 30.
No, I feel like 20 is like the new 30. Wait, 30 is the new 20.
Yeah. Oh shit, then we're not gonna be adults until we're like 60.
I'm gonna be like 70 and I'm gonna be like, wait, adult what? I'm kidding.
Still like kidless and shit. But honestly, like, I won't be mad about it.
I'm an adult who enjoys fun.
Mm-hmm. That's one thing that like a lot of people have told me, and so I'm going to tell you, is live your 20s for yourself.
That part.
The 20s are for you, like.
For you.
They really are, like, because you're still, like, just because you get out of high school, like, doesn't mean, like, the answer's just going to come to you, or with college. It's like you're still so confused.
No one knows what's going on.
No one knows what's going on.
We're on a rock in space.
Literally, we're on a rock in space that nobody knows, like, anything.
We're all just killing time.
Just do your own thing. Like, I've definitely, after, like, okay, so we're going to talk about, like, relationships and shit. So it's like, are we allowed to cuss?
Yes.
Okay, cool. But especially, like, after my relationship, I was so, like, consumed for 2 years.
Oh my gosh.
That was like
your first.
Yeah, it was my first. Okay, literally
First
relationship, first love, first heartbreak, all morphed into one. So it was like a lot on me.
Yeah.
But I came out of it.
You came out.
I came out of it.
The first one's always the hardest one.
Totally, and I think after that, like, now it's like, I know I can weave through bullshit a lot easier now.
That part, we're like,
yeah, just dodge. I mean, like, hey, you can relate too. So it's
I can.
I'm just allergic to the shit.
I am so allergic, and I am so aware.
So, like, that's my thing, is, like, I need you to, like, be confident in who you are, so that we can be confident together, because I feel like sometimes, I think, who did I say this? I literally was talking to my grandma about my ex yesterday, and I told her, I was like, I think I intimidated him so much because I'm so confident with who I am, like I wear like who I am on my sleeve or whatever.
Yes.
You know, I am so confident. It took me a lot to get to where I am today.
I want to say,
But
I want to elaborate on that part for you. Like, I remember, like, back then, I mean, you're yes, like, back then, I remember, like, you were just so, you know, like, still trying to kind of blend,
mm-hmm.
and you were, like, not ready, and I remember, like, seeing you, like, try to blend with, like, just the clothes you would wear, and now, seeing who you are, I'm like, oh my, it's just so, I'm so proud because, like, it's hard to do in this world, and, like, we're lucky that we live where we live, but just because we live where we live doesn't mean it's any easier, you know? It's still very difficult.
Mm-hmm. We live where we live, but we also, like, granted, like, we live so close to Los Angeles, which is, like, the gay central.
Yeah.
So, and very blessed and fortunate to, and like, you know, just we can be who we are.
Yeah.
But we also live in a town where it's hard to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that's why, like, Glendora's not for me. I know it's not for you.
No.
So it's like, we're just, but it's decent.
I could appreciate it from a distance.
I'll appreciate it for my future self, I think.
Yeah.
Because I plan on, like, moving out of Glendora within the next 3-4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I plan on coming back when I have a family.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it's a quiet town, good schools, it's just very family oriented.
Right.
So I think it's a good place to, because, like, I don't want to raise my kids in Los Angeles, let alone, like, Beverly Hills. I don't want my kids to be little bitches. You know, because
I prefer them not to be.
I know if I were, like, if I were born with a silver spoon in my mouth, I know I would probably be a lot worse than I already am.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's possible, for sure.
Because I feel like, you know, we'll be self-made and we'll be making this money. I think we'll remember what it's like to not have money. Because you and I think we went through our financial struggles together, and we were like, no, we don't have money. Difficult, exactly. Like, no, like, I want to, but, like, I don't have the money. And, like, money still is, like, you know, budgeted and tight, but I feel like it's a lot easier. It just, like,
you know that the money is gonna come.
Exactly. And, like, you told me, you're like, money comes and goes.
The money comes and goes.
It comes and it goes.
Yes. It's hard, though. I used to have a bad relationship with money. Like, I just didn't look at money in a positive light. But I realized, you know, like, money equals freedom. And I care about freedom. So, like, money is love. Like, money is, you know, is an exchange of energy, an exchange of currency, like, to help each other, like, live the lives that we want to live. So, you know, money is important. And it's important to have a good relationship with it, for sure. But, anyway, what were we talking about before this?
Relationships, exes.
Oh my gosh, relationships.
But, yeah.
Are you dating anyone right now? Or talking to anyone?
No.
Are you on apps?
I don't know. Okay, so I downloaded Grindr when I was in Santa Barbara, just to, like, see who's around, and I just still
to take a little
just to like dip in the Santa Barbara pond. And I don't know, it's just Grindr to me is, no offense to it, but it's very dirty. It just doesn't, like, rub me the right way.
It's not for
It's
dating.
it's not for dating. It's basically like you want to get a quickie in or, like, get something in. It's what it's for. Like, I was on Tinder and I deleted Tinder because it's like all the people that I like don't like me. And so it's like, I mean, like, there's, like, far and few in between, but it, like, a lot of the time, like, people, like, don't know how to have conversation. And it's like, for me, that's, like, one thing that I'm very stuck with when it comes to my ex, is because we were able to have a good texting, like, communication relationship, because we only got to see each other on the weekends. So, like, and if that's how it is with my next person, you need to be able to know how to text.
Yeah.
Because that's so important. Because I'm a very
that's all
lively,
you have at that point.
Exactly. That's all we had. You know, that's the only form of communication. It was every day, basically all day.
Yeah.
And so that's something that I really, like, enjoyed in the relationship. And then when we saw each other, it was exactly like that. Like, we still had stuff to talk about.
And that's rare, I feel like. I feel like sometimes it's like you have a good texting conversation and then you meet up and then you're like...
And then it's nothing. That's happened to me. That has really happened. I had a phone conversation with this one guy. Literally, I was on the phone with him for, like, 4 hours, I think. 4 hours and I had never met the dude. And then I met him the next day for dinner. Crickets. And then he asked,
what do you do?
if you ask somebody out on a date, you're paying. Because he asked me out on a date, and then at the end of the date, he said, do you want to split? And I literally was like, what?
What?
And then he went to the bathroom before, and I waited in the lobby. And I honestly, like, in my mind, I was like, I think I'm just going to dip.
Did you?
No.
Oh, that would
I
have been
didn't.
a story to tell.
Story to tell. I didn't do it. I'm not that type of person.
Yeah.
I'm too
Karma.
nice. Exactly. And karma. That's exactly it. Karma. Like, she is real. She is alive. The universe is always
thing.
watching. You can't do
Sometimes
shit.
it takes a while, though. Sometimes she chills for a sec.
Sometimes, but she waits for the opportune moment. She's like what is she? She's like a leopard stalking its prey in the jungle or something.
She's like me.
Oh my gosh, exactly. I literally didn't even
There we go.
correlate, but relationships are just like communication and just respect.
RESPECT. Dude, honestly, yes, because if there's no respect, there is no relationship.
There really isn't.
Let me just say, because respect was lost in my previous relationship.
In your engagement.
In my engagement.
Oh my gosh, that was like.
In my engagement, it was the respect wasn't really there at the end, which is why it had to end.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay.
And then
wish that person the best.
What exactly? Wish you nothing but. And it's so funny that like at the end is when the respect was lost because the end was just about to become the beginning.
That part. I was supposed to get married in 2 months.
Literally, oh my gosh, you're supposed to be getting married. Like we'd be like planning
We'd be like,
shit.
dun, 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 dun,
We would have had your like
dun, dun.
bachelorette, your bridal shower, engagement party, all of that. Like
all of it.
Could you imagine? Oh
I'm just glad though that I ended it before I did all of that, because now it's like, okay, I still get to do all of that for the first time. Like I didn't even look for a wedding dress yet, so I still like none of that feels like tainted or
taken
like
away.
soiled in a way.
Yeah, you still get to have that
My
moment
first,
for
whenever
the
that
right
is.
person, and it's gonna be with the right person.
What kind of person are you looking for? Like dream it up. Manifest.
Definitely I need some, like I have over like quarantine and just this past year I have really grown. I always loved going to the gym and working out, but now it's become more of a lifestyle for me, not so much a hobby.
Yes, you are growing.
I'm growing and I need
physically
somebody,
and mentally.
yes, keeping everything in check. Have a therapist if you don't have one.
Oh my gosh, if you can, do it.
That should be the next topic is therapy.
Yes, it should.
But I would love to find my person at the gym. I think that would be great. But he definitely needs to take care of himself.
Is that why
like,
the gym is important?
Physically, I think so. And it's it's just healthy.
Yeah.
To work out and keep your body like in tune and in shape. And yeah, exactly. I need somebody who's bigger than myself. Like size wise, if he's taller than me, great. I would love for him to be taller. But I also I want somebody who is confident in who they are as a human being.
That part.
Like, because my ex was in the closet. He still is. He probably will be for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
And that's something that I can't deal with again. And like, okay, like I would really like for him to be gay. Because I've dealt with the whole like bi thing and it didn't work out in my favor and it really like hurt me in a way. Like, you know what happened in that situation.
Yeah,
it was a lot. So, but if he is bi, cool. We just need to have a serious like conversation as to like, okay, like this is what I've dealt with. This is why I'm very hesitant. Can we work this out and figure it out? And like we can, and it can be doable.
Yeah.
He just sucked at communicating.
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
You need that.
Yeah, and I just want somebody who's like driven, because I finally found the drive and I'm like going. I want somebody who like has that same drive and isn't like lazy or like just is like a kind of like whatever happens, because it's like I want you to know we're only getting older, and same with the world. Who knows like how much time we really have left. Let's just do it.
Let's live.
Yeah, somebody who's like so all about life, Because I'm all about life, and I just want to have fun, and I just want to enjoy, like...
Experience.
Yeah, like...
We came here to experience.
Exactly. We're on this floating rock for a reason.
And we're here to feel.
Yes. So what do you look for in a man now? I feel like we should have had, like, a complimentary, like, shot or something for this conversation.
Let's see. What do I look for in a man? I want a man who is super confident within himself, because I feel like that is, like, the most stable part. Like, and that's the most, like, important part of the foundation is, you know, like, having two whole humans who feel both confident in themselves, who are complementing each other. Because if it's like you're not confident within yourself or your path or your journey in general, then it's like there's a lack happening. And like when you're living in lack, it's like you're living kind of like desperately, if that's a thing, if that makes sense. Like you're just like kind of thirsty.
Oh.
And you know, like I don't want that.
You don't like thirsty.
I don't want thirsty.
Stay hydrated, please.
Stay hydrated.
Drink
Sip
water.
that water. Get that H2O. Get that confidence. No, that's a really that's like a big one, you know. And I feel like confidence is like the key to everything. Like if you're confident, you can make a lot of things happen in your life. And like you could have really good connections with people, and you know,
just good relationships. Like, you know, because you've dealt with people who are not confident, and then take that out on you.
Yeah.
And so how is that supposed to make you feel?
That's just a mess, a damn mess.
And then it's like it's a win for you for leaving, but it's not a win for them because they're the ones who fucked it up.
Yes, you know, and like, I don't know. I feel like I'm very confident within myself now, and like,
definitely,
I know what I can bring to the table, and I want someone who knows what they can bring to the table, and like, I want someone who is passionate in something. I feel like that's a very big part of my life, is like living out my passion, and I feel like if you're passionate about something, like it gives you happiness because like you have something to look forward to every day or every week or whatever, you know, and so.
Sorry. Just preaching to the choir.
And so I think passion is important, and then some sort of job. Some sort of job where you're able to provide for yourself, and then of course like I'm not one to like expect the guy to pay for everything. I'm very much like, oh, like we can do halvesies, but you know, I'm not gonna say no if a guy offers to pay. Like, I'm gonna say thank you so much for that gift.
Meal. Or
sir?
Meal, gift,
meal,
whatever
gift,
it is.
Gift equals meal, you know. But, yeah, so someone like that.
No, definitely. And I feel like that's not too hard to ask for.
No.
Or too much to ask for, I should say. It's not.
It's not.
Because it's like...
Oh, loyal.
Loyal.
Actually, that seems difficult to ask for lately.
Tell me about it. It's like everybody's just like...
Loyalty.
Everybody's just like looking around, and I'm like, what's going on?
Everyone's just like, what's going on? What's the 411?
Literally, what's going on? Because it's like, I don't know. I see people in like relationships.
You have experienced interesting moments.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
He has shown me like the dark side of the world.
Oh, too
in
dark.
The dating world.
So dark. Like I feel like I've been to like the depths of the darkest ocean and back. Like seeing all that shit. Like this happened, you know, it still happens now.
Yeah.
But I participated in it when I was younger. I don't participate in this shit now because I don't have time for that. And I like, you know, I'm not going to be one to get in the middle of something because I have been before. And it's not cute because it's like, I'm always the one who would get the blame, but I'm like, wait, you're a female in a relationship with a male who's hooking up with another male, and you're mad at me.
Yeah, she just needed to blame someone.
And it's like, honey, you need to like talk to your boyfriend about like what's going on in his head.
Boyfriend.
I mean, like I get it too. Like, you know, half of the time I didn't know they were in relationships, and then like, yes, did I know? And is it bad on me to do it? Yes, it is, 100%. And I've grown from it, and I've learned from it.
We all make mistakes.
And, like, one went on for, like, maybe, like, 8 years.
8 years, people.
So, you know, and he's in a relationship right now.
Good luck to that.
So we'll see how that goes. I don't know how it's gonna go, but God bless.
God bless.
That's all I have to say.
But anyway, yeah, like, I didn't even know these types of things were going on, really. And then I find out all these things, and I'm like, how am I supposed to trust people?
How are you supposed to? That's why, because I've done it and seen it and witnessed it firsthand. That's why I have such horrible trust issues.
Yeah, because it's like...
It's so hard. Like, my ex really tainted my trust problems because he came up with this big elaborate lie to break up with me. And then they found out it's all a lie. And so I'm like, okay, if you're able to lie to me about something so drastic, so big, what else have you lied to me about? Like, I have called him out on things where because I told you the night that it happened, I have a weird feeling. And you're like, it's fine. And then I send her the screenshot, and then shit just hit the fan. And I was like, I have, like, a sixth sense for when things go... Yeah, bullshit. There you go. And then so, like, I would get these weird feelings that he's doing something, or, like, he was at home, like, in Oklahoma, and, like... I just got this, like, weird vibe that, like, he was doing something that I didn't like. And he, stopped responding to me, stopped doing all of that. And then, so the next day I asked him, I was like, straight up, like, were you with a girl? And he, like, called me crazy, and he's like, why, like, where's this coming from?
That's when you know it's
blah, blah,
true.
blah. No, exactly. And then, like, the same thing happened when he was in Japan. Or Tokyo, I should say. He lied straight to me because I saw everything. Don't tell me. Yeah, I saw everything. And then I was like, what all you had to do, like, lying is not the answer. I don't know who needs to, like, hear this, but lying is not the answer. Just be honest. No matter how bad the outcome will be, if you don't lie, at least you were honest. Literally. Because the outcome will always be worse if you lie.
Literally, you're making it worse.
So much worse.
Wasting both of our time.
God, really, though. I can't. Pissed, honestly. It's like getting heat again. I'm like, oh my gosh. Could you imagine if he just, like, happened to find this video? I mean, he's unnamed.
If the shoe fits.
I feel like...
If the shoe fits.
I feel like the Panhandle State kind of gave it away, but whatever.
I'm sure there's a lot of other humans in this world that could relate. That are similar stories.
Honestly. What else about relationships?
That's
another thing. It's like, I've technically been in 3 relationships my entire life, but I don't count the first 2. So I only count this one. And then we were only together officially for a month, but it was did you not know that? Literally, we were official for a month, but we had this 2-year, like,
fuckery?
Back and forth. Fuckery, exactly. Because it's like, we were a thing, we were together, we broke up, we rekindled, and then we got serious again, and then he went away, and then we ended, like, 5 or 6 times when he was away. And then he came back, and then we saw each other, and then after that, it was like, we were basically talking to each other just for, like, fun.
Jesus, that's a long-ass time to be, like, confused.
It was, I was just holding out on hope. It was obviously false hope.
I know.
But I'm just holding out.
But it's your first one, you know?
Yeah, it was
my
first one.
was always kind of messy, and...
It was, and, like, to be honest, like, there's still, like, some of me that still thinks that, like, he is the one. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's, like, just the sexual chemistry, regular chemistry, the conversation, we just clicked right away, and we both knew it, and I think it scared him. It scared me. I didn't go into this meeting him. I saw you the night before I first met him. I wasn't going into this thinking, like, oh, we're gonna be together. Like, I was just thinking this was gonna be, like, a hangout and a hookup. 2.5 years later, this is, like, still shit.
Yeah.
You know? But I think, because if he came out, and
well,
he
then
was...
there would be nothing...
If he came out and he told me, hey, I'm out, let's do this, I'd be like, okay.
Because it's like, he did lie a lot, so it's like, is that his character genuinely, or is it just because that's like what he feels like he has to do in order to survive because he is not out?
I think that's what it is. I think it's a defense mechanism.
Yeah, like it's a protection thing. We think.
But
I
don't know.
We are also assuming.
Mm-hmm.
we're assuming. I don't know him at all. I literally don't know him.
No, that's the thing. None of them. Nobody knows.
No one knows him.
Nobody knows.
I know who he is, but I don't know him.
So that's why I'm like, my gosh, like when I do get in a relationship, that's why I'm like so like weird to like talk to people, because I'm like, I don't know how to be in a relationship, to be honest. I just like I have no idea how to be in a relationship.
I think
it would just flow, I feel like, because like,
you don't need to think about it.
I do know how to be in a relationship, because like when I was with him, I felt like I was like, okay, this is what it's like to be a couple. But then it's like we didn't really go out in public very often.
Yeah, like you lived like a really
it was a very
hidden
secretive relationship. So that's why I'm like, okay, like, do we hold hands in public? Do we not hold hands? What do we do?
I mean, hopefully you're able to if you want.
Yeah, if we want, like, that's all I'm asking. I'm not a very affectionate person to be. I mean, like, I am with, like, my friends and stuff because I care about my friends. But, like, when it comes to just, like, people in general, I mean, like, no, I guess that was a lie. I am affectionate. But, like, in public, I'm not very affectionate. Like, when it comes to, like, stuff like that. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it'll be different when it's, like, with the person. I just won't care.
Maybe you both won't care. Or maybe, well, I don't know. It's a different situation.
We'll see how it goes, shit.
Well, I'm sure the man is out there somewhere. He's seeking you just like you are seeking him.
Hopefully he's, like, working out somewhere, or, like...
getting it.
Or, like, working hard and making money.
Hey, if you're out there,
I know.
just know. Soon, you guys will be together.
I know, soon. I've noticed my lazy eye is, like, so noticeable.
I don't notice it.
No? Maybe it's just the angle that I'm at.
It looks normal.
Okay, cool. What else about relationships?
I mean, I think I'm gonna be single for a sec.
Yes. I think you should be.
I think I want to be. I'm just not in the place of I don't know. I mean, it's not like I'm like, oh, I don't want to compromise, but like, I don't want to even think about like, oh, is this person going to be okay with me doing this? I don't want to even have that thought.
No, it shouldn't.
Because I'm exhausted from that thought.
It shouldn't have to be a thought.
My last 2 relationships. Oh my gosh. That's something that I need to work on though, because like I keep going for people who kind of end up controlling in a way. And like it starts off super fun and healthy, but then like I see small little red flags and I'm like, maybe we could work on that. I'm always just like willing to work on it.
Yeah.
And I mean, not anymore. I'm willing to work on certain things, but like the red flags are gonna stay red, and they're gonna literally be the same reason that they end the relationship. Like the relationship will end because of those red flags.
Exactly.
No matter what, even if it takes 6.5 years, they will still come back to you.
And they were still in that 6.5 years.
Yeah. So I just need to cut it
off right away when you see a red flag, and if it's like.
It's just
a major thing. No, it's totally hard sometimes. Like, I'm sure that this last one wasn't easy. Like, it probably wasn't fun. I feel like that was probably a bit harder.
Yeah, the last... Yes. It was a short relationship. It was probably, what, like 3 months or something?
Was it? How long were you guys, like, official for?
We were not long, like a month. A little over a month, maybe. But, like, we were talking for, like, 3 months.
I think that's a good period of time.
It was only 3 months, though, that I was out of my engagement. And then I got with this person. And then I feel like that just wasn't... I mean, no, but I did move slow. Like, I wasn't just, like, dating anyone just to date anyone. It was, like, I was picky with who I wanted to be with. And, like, he was showing me, like, good signs. And so I was like, okay, we're going to try it out. And tried it out. And it was just...
not for you.
Yeah, not for me. And I have respect for him and everything. And, like... I think he's cool. We had so much fun together, but I think there's just a lot of growing to do on both parts. Like I just need to grow into myself more, and he needs to grow into himself more, and yeah, that's
good that you realized that.
Yeah, I didn't want to spend another 6 years like being like confused.
Exactly. And then now I think like you know what you want, you know what you need, and I think now is just the time to really just focus on yourself.
Yeah.
And then really, like, not look for it.
Yeah.
And then, like, yeah, is that ever a thing? Like, are you, like, because I've tried not looking for it, and I'm like, okay, where the fuck is it? Like, people are just like, you need to not look for it. And I was like, okay, well, it's easy for you to say. I guess, like, people have, you know, different standards.
Oh my
You're
God,
cool
that's
with
hilarious.
like, you found the love of your life at Walmart. Great.
In IRL is what they say.
In IRL? Oh my gosh, you need to watch Broad City on Hulu.
I do.
Oh,
I
you do.
love it.
Literally the best show I've ever fucking
You
watched.
guys need to watch that. It's
so good. I finished it on the way to Santa Barbara last weekend.
Oh,
Like,
that's
honestly,
what you were
like,
watching.
Started crying.
It's so good.
It's so good. Honestly,
IRL.
IRL. Or what did she call it? A vagina? A vagina? A vagina? Sounds like a fajita.
Oh my God.
No, but I do
Walmart.
definitely want to meet somebody IRL. I always say I want to meet somebody organically because I feel like it's so much easier to meet people on an app, but I don't want that.
Okay, so someone came to me with this like perspective, and I was like, I never really thought of it this way. So like, she's someone who is on the apps often. And she's gone on many adventures, and it's been very entertaining to watch from afar, you know. And I've gone on some adventures with her, and it's been a good time.
Is this what I think it is?
Yes.
Okay.
So, so this person, she was telling me, like, you should go on dating apps. And I was like, ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? I was like, but why?
What will it do?
Why? And she was like, because, like, then you have more options. She was like, you're not just, like, entertaining the guy that's like giving you attention at the club or giving you attention at the bar or wherever the heck you are, like, oh, that rhymed.
Yeah, it did.
Or giving, like, you know, like, you're not, because I guess in that way for me it's like I would just kind of like entertain that person because he's the only person like entertaining me in the moment when I'm out. But like, do I want that person that like comes up to girls at a bar? I don't know.
No, because he probably
He probably does that all the
thing.
time.
That's his weekend job.
Yeah, like, I like guys who don't do that. Or I want to be with a guy who doesn't do that. You know what? I'm going to start approaching men. I'm going to start being that girl that's like,
there you go.
hi.
There you go. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah, like, why can't I? Like, I literally have never done that. I've always waited for the man to come to me. And look where that has gotten me. Okay? Like, I need to approach if I want to.
What is it? You take the horns by the bull, or you take the bull by the horns?
I'll be like,
just wrangle it, honey. Because I think in that way, I mean, like, you should always be respected.
right.
But I feel like a guy would really, like, be like, oh, shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, it'll be
You know
different.
what I mean?
I
think it's just, like, it's different because it's, like, we're, like, society has always made, like, these roles that we're supposed to play
these damn
by.
rules that
And
no
it's
one... Who
why?
are you?
Why do we have to play by these roles? And I think that would definitely, like, as Gottmik says, crash the system. Well, it's that's referencing something different, but it's like, no, you're gonna crash the system and like,
crash it.
you know, like,
Crash it hard.
use it differently. Like, who gives a fuck?
I know. I'm like, then, like, I want to put that energy out there, and if I get it back, dope. And if I don't, guess what? There's a million other people I could put that energy out to and see.
Exactly. And like, we only live here. You know, what if he's not? No, he's here. He's in California. He needs to be.
You're like, your man needs to be here. Mine, I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea where my man is.
Honestly, our mans are probably somewhere in the city.
You think? There's a lot of men's in the city, so it's possible.
I know, but like, maybe, I don't know. I think we need somebody out there because I think their mindset,
Yes.
I think their
We have that
mindsets are
mindset.
just so different. I think that's why we need to live there.
Yeah.
And I will live there eventually.
I will too, probably.
No,
Makes sense.
It makes sense. If not LA, definitely like Pasadena.
Yeah, I like Pasadena.
But I want LA though.
I wouldn't mind Thailand. That's very different, though.
Oh,
That's like if I'm, like, literally living my life and trying to, like, really just go balls to the wall.
Literally, I think that's like if you want to go on, like, a spiritual journey for yourself.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I've been on a spiritual journey here, which is awesome. You can go on a spiritual journey anywhere.
Anywhere. Oh, you have been, literally. It's like you've been to, like, different planets and shit.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That's why, oh my gosh, when I went to the other one, when I went to the meditation on Wednesday, holy shit. It was for clear and confidence. Because I'm, like, in my own way about, like, getting where I'm at least able to admit that. I am 100% in my own way of where I want to be in life. I let the little voices, like, talk me out of it, because it's like, but now it's like, okay, fuck, like, I need to get out of it, because I don't want to be looking 2 years from now, or, like, because looking back at it, like, I was trying to do the modeling thing again, and I'm like, fuck, if I actually went through with it and kept doing it, who knows where I could be.
Yeah.
And, like, but also, I'm kind of, obviously, I stopped and I waited for a reason, because who I was 2 years ago is not who I am now, and my confidence level is just a completely different aura, if that's the right word to say.
Yeah.
It's just completely different, and it's not that I didn't like who I was back then, I wasn't confident with who I was, and then now, I don't know what the fuck happened, but...
You put in the work, that's what happened. You went to therapy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
you
again.
Felt, you didn't suppress, you suppressed for a sec, tried.
Yeah.
We all do. I tried too. We sometimes don't want to face shit yet.
No.
And then when we're ready, it's like, done. Born again.
And then, like, once you, like, see that, there's no going back, like,
yeah, you
at
can't
all whatsoever.
unsee it.
You can't unsee, like, that. You can't unsee how, like, a person is. So, like, because once you see how a person, like, really is, it's like, oh shit,
gotta go.
Literally gotta go. Like, save yourself. Life is too short to keep, like, staying in shit.
Oh my gosh.
You know.
Yeah, and we're speaking from, like, people who don't have families and stuff, so you know, it's easy for us. I'm sure if we had a family, it'd be a little more difficult. So, you know, if you have a fam, sorry.
Family, that's what you meant, like children.
Yeah, if you
significant
have
other.
children.
I got lost.
Shit's a little more difficult.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine? That's why, like, I'm like, oh gosh.
Yeah, we're speaking from, like, our perspective, and
yeah,
our
totally.
experiences and our age right now. You know.
And I think right now, like, this age is like shit. But, like, we got it. Like, that's the thing. Like, I feel like if I were a kid with, like, no cell phone or, like, I would hate to be a kid right now during this time. Because you're trying to, like, because you have, like, an ongoing, like, schedule and shit.
I'm thinking of, like, social media. Like,
oh, that's it. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine, like...
Oh, no.
I could not imagine being,
MySpace
like,
was already too much for me, like, when I was younger.
I could not imagine, like, being in middle school and having an Instagram. Like, Instagram eats me up already, like, as an adult. And I'm already like, oh my gosh. Like, I treat Instagram so, like, business. I was telling you this last week, and it's a business.
It is.
And, like, you gotta just work it like a business.
Yes.
We got sidetracked.
We did. That's part of conversations. Sidetrack. We're like pivot and a pivot, but full circles happen eventually. Just not there yet.
You gotta trust the process.
Full circle will happen in a second. I'm still thinking about what we were just talking about right before.
Oh.
Relationships, past relationships. We're over that part. Where did we go?
Do we talk about, like,
therapy?
Yeah. Therapy helps a lot.
Therapy helped a lot.
Oh yeah, I think we were talking about that because you become just, like, confident in yourself. I don't know. It just, like, it just helps your mentality. Keeping your mental health in check is hot.
Sexy.
Like, it's so good. Like, because there was, like, a time when, like, having a therapist was, like,
looked down upon.
Yeah, looked down upon and, like, kind of, like, taboo in a way.
Yeah, it's like, you're crazy.
And, yeah, and it's like, no, it's just, I'm just keeping my mental health in check. Like, I've had a therapist for, it'll be 2 years in, like, November, I think. Yeah, and, like, I'm just like, holy shit, I cannot not have somebody to go and talk to.
Yeah.
Because it's helped me through so much. I initially went for my ex, but then it's like, I went for myself, and then I was like, oh, there's a lot going on.
There's a lot happening. You don't even know what's happening until you're in
in it, and then you kind of just spew it all out.
Yeah, it's like such a crazy type of process.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't know. You just have no idea. You have no idea what's wrong until you know what's wrong. Like, it's just shocking.
Exactly. And you have to be ready, willing, and able to talk about all of this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Gotta be open.
You know, because if you're not ready, then it can't be forced.
It's not gonna be good, yeah. What you put into it, you will get out of it, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is a good chat. We had many things to discuss.
I know. There's a lot of stuff to talk about.
I know.
Oh, relationships.
Well, should we wrap it up?
Yeah. All right, goodbye.
Yes, it was a great time. Thank you for watching, if you watched.
I know. The whole thing.
All right.
Bye.
Peace.